A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of the ongoing conflict, Israel's military is set to take control of Gaza City as part of a plan approved by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his security cabinet. This decision comes nearly 2 years into a war that has drawn international attention and condemnation, with calls for a truce growing louder amid fears of a humanitarian catastrophe. The plan, announced on Friday, aims to defeat Hamas while attempting to facilitate the delivery of aid outside active combat zones. However, world leaders have expressed deep concerns about the implications of such military actions on the already besieged population of Gaza. The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, has condemned the Israeli government's intentions, stating that the plan contravenes international law and the rulings of the International Court of Justice. Turk emphasized the urgent need for Israel to end its occupation and adhere to the principles of the two-state solution and the right of Palestinians to self-determination. The Palestinian presidency reacted strongly against Netanyahu's announcement, labeling it a complete crime and a continuation of what they describe as genocide and systematic killing. They warned that Israel's military takeover would lead to an unprecedented humanitarian catastrophe, exacerbating the hunger crisis that has gripped the region. Hamas, the Palestinian armed group, also condemned the escalation, claiming it would jeopardize the lives of hostages held in Gaza. They accused Netanyahu of prioritizing military expansion over the safety of captives, stating that such actions would ultimately lead to their sacrifice. International reactions have been swift and critical. Turkey's foreign ministry urged global leaders to intervene and prevent the forced displacement of Palestinians, asserting that the plan aims to uproot them from their homeland. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer described Israel's decision to escalate military operations as wrong, calling for immediate restraint and reconsideration of their actions, arguing that it would only lead to more bloodshed rather than resolving the conflict. China expressed serious concerns, asserting that Gaza is an inseparable part of Palestinian territory and called for an immediate ceasefire to alleviate the humanitarian crisis. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz announced that the country would not authorize any military exports to Israel that could be used in Gaza, citing the worsening military situation as a reason for this decision. Sweden's foreign minister echoed similar sentiments, emphasizing that the Israeli government's actions would hinder any prospects for a truce, while Australia condemned the plans for deepening the humanitarian disaster in Gaza, reiterating calls for a ceasefire and support for Palestinian statehood. Alina Valtonen from Finland highlighted the looming famine in Gaza, calling for an immediate ceasefire and the release of hostages. The Palestinian armed group characterized Israel's plans as a new chapter in their ongoing war, accusing the Israeli government of preparing for further massacres in Gaza. The Netherlands' top diplomat criticized the military escalation, labeling it a wrong move that would not improve the catastrophic humanitarian situation. Saudi Arabia condemned any attempts at control over Gaza, denouncing the Israeli government's actions as crimes against the Palestinian people. The head of the European Union's executive branch, Ursula von der Leyen, urged Israel to reconsider its military operations, while Denmark's Lars Løkke Rasmussen expressed that the escalation should be reversed immediately. Egypt condemned the Israeli cabinet's decision, stating it aims to entrench the illegal occupation of Palestinian territories and continues the war against the Palestinian people. As the situation escalates, Belgium has decided to summon the Israeli ambassador to express its disapproval of the military takeover, while other nations have echoed calls for a permanent ceasefire and the immediate entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza. The international community is watching closely as the humanitarian crisis deepens, with fears that the ongoing conflict will lead to irreversible consequences for the people of Gaza. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.